Hello there, welcome back to my channel, and once again we're going to continue going back in time and looking at the sets that retired in 2024 to see whether they've got a good investment, but also to see how much they're selling for and how many are being listed, that kind of thing. So the lists that I'm going to give you are what's been listed in the last 90 days, but the figures that I give you that have sold from the USA and the UK are from 6 months. Okay, so this time it's the turn of Harry Potter. The first one is 75969, the Hogwarts Astronomy Tower, $89.99. On Brickeconomy the value is 71, BrickSet 55. On Amazon you can, it's for sale for up to £203. On eBay it's sold for £85. On Camel 3X it's got a low of 55 and a high of 102. The figures are around £18 and it was listed 376 times in the last 90 days at an average price of £75, and it's sold 86 times at an average price of £76.1. Now next one is 76388, the Hogsmeade Village Visit, which is $79.99. Brickeconomy value at 76, BrickSet 53. If you go on Amazon it's for sale for up to £228. On eBay it's sold for £90. On Camel 3X it's got a low of 46 and a high of 100. The figures are valued at around £16. It was listed 379 times with an average price of £83.75, and it's sold 104 times with an average price of £83.35. So they almost got what they wanted. Next one is 40616, Harry Potter and Cho Chang, $17.99. Brickeconomy value at 24, BrickSet 17. If you go on Amazon they're for sale for up to £65. On eBay sold for £27. Camel 3X has got a low of 21 and a high of 35. It's been listed 348 times in the last 90 days with an average price of £27.02, and it's sold 91 times with an average price of £23.80. And I've just realised that I didn't give you the US and UK for the first two. In the US with that particular set, the Harry Potter and Cho Chang was US is 58 times and the UK 14. I'll get my wife to put the figures on the screen when I do the others. Next one is 40617, Draco Malfoy and Cedric Diggory, $17.99. Brickeconomy valued at 32, BrickSet 17. On Amazon it's for sale for up to £35. eBay it's sold for 25. Camel 3X has got a low of 21 and a high of 32. It's been listed 335 times, an average price of £32.51, and it's sold 88 times, an average price of £27.67. And in the US they bought it 59 times and the UK 15 times. Obviously with these figures there's other countries as well. I just highlight the US and UK because they're the main subscribers. Next one is 40618, the Kingsley Shacklebolt and Nymphadora Tonks, $17.99. Brickeconomy value at 18, BrickSet 15. If you go on Amazon it's for sale for up to £33. On eBay it's sold for 25. Camel 3X has got a low of 22 and a high of 35. It's been listed 410 times in the last 90 days with an average listing price of £20.61, and it's sold 102 times with an average selling price of £18.18. And in the US 78 people bought it, and in the UK 14 people bought it. Next one is 76389, the Hogwarts Chamber of Secrets, $129.99. Brickeconomy value at 117, BrickSet 89. On Amazon it's for sale for up to £285, and on eBay it's sold for £161. Camel 3X has got a low of 75 and a high of 172. The figures are valued at around £40. It's been listed 396 times with an average sale price or listing price of $127.18, and it's sold 107 times with an average selling price of £124.26, and it was bought in America 98 times and the UK 8 times. Next one is 76407, the Shrieking Shack and Whomping Willow, $79.99. Brickeconomy value at 111, BrickSet 59. Amazon, it's for sale for up to £186. On eBay it's sold for £135, and that one was a damaged box, where it's still sold for £135. On Amazon, it's got a low of 56 and a high of 110. The figures are valued at around 25. It's been listed 451 times at an average price of £120.26, and it's sold 110 times with an average price of £110.43. In the US, 80 people bought it, and in the UK, none. Next one is 46413, Hogwarts Room of Requirements, $44.99. Brickeconomy value at 47, BrickSet 34. On Amazon it's for sale for up to £98, and on eBay it's sold for £53. Camothrex has got a low of 29 and a high of 72. The figures are valued at around £12. It's been listed 394 times at an average price of £49.82, and it's sold 111 times at an average price of £49.06. In the US it was bought 100 times, and in the UK only 10. Next one is 76415, the Battle of Hogwarts, $74.99. Brickeconomy value at 60, BrickSet 53. If you go on Amazon it's for sale for up to £130. On eBay it's sold for £105. Camothrex has got a low of 50 and a high of 104. The figures are valued at around £26. It's been listed 444 times with an average listing price of £67.79, and it's sold 99 times at an average price of £68.66. In the US, 99 people bought it, and in the UK only 11. Next one is 76416, the Quidditch Trunk, $62.99. Brickeconomy value at 53, BrickSet 36. On Amazon it's for sale for up to £220. On eBay it's sold for 68. On Camothrex it's got a low of 43 and a high of 103. The figures are valued at around £19. It's been listed 309 times with an average price of £61.64, and it's sold 44 times, which isn't good in comparison to 309, at an average of £57.72. Next one is 76422, the Weasley's Wizards Wheezers, $84.99. Brickeconomy value at 123, BrickSet 92. On Amazon it's for sale for up to £250. On eBay it's sold for £142. On Camothrex it's got a low of 80 and a high of 150. The figures are valued at around £39. It's been listed 401 times with an average price of £123.30, and it's sold 137 times with an average price of £119.73. It's sold in the US 91 times, and it's sold in the UK 7. Next one, and the last one for this video, is 76432, the Forbidden Forest Magical Creatures, $24.99. Brickeconomy value it at 24, BrickSet 17. On Amazon it's for sale for up to £86. On eBay it's sold for £28. On Camothrex it's got a low of 16 and a high of 35, and the figures are only worth around £2. It's been listed 400 times in the last 90 days with an average price of £24.81, and it's sold 109 times with an average price of £24.61. It's sold in the US 95 times and in the UK 11. So like I said, I missed out doing the US and UK for the first two sets. I forgot about them. But I'll get my wife to, when she does the editing, just to put them on the screen so you know what they are. Like I said in my other videos, just to kind of clarify, I'm a member of some sites that give you the information that I give to you, so you can't just randomly go to sites and, you know, or Google it or whatever it is like that. I pay a monthly fee to these sites and that, and I get the information. It's a little bit like the Ignite, but not as expensive. But it's a couple of sites that I use, and then obviously the other sites that I use, the compile the information. So it takes a lot of time, and obviously, you know, I'm paying money every month and that kind of thing. So people keep messaging me and sort of going, you know, where'd you get the info from and all that kind of thing like that, so that they can try and find it themselves. But you've got to pay to do it and that kind of thing. So, you know, that's why I'm kind of giving you the information for free. You know, I'm paying for it, but then I'm giving it to you for free. So yeah, so you can't just kind of go onto Google and get these figures and that kind of thing, which people keep asking me about, you know, sort of thing. So yeah, so my next video, it should be Indiana Jones, but because there's only 3, I'm going to skip that one for now. I'm going to add it onto a smaller theme later on. So my next theme will be Technic. So please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye bye.